Hi, Chineke. Hi, my God. Oh, God, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really do not know what to say. This thing hurt me like crazy. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday to you and yours, to wherever you are in the world. I say welcome to the best channel on YouTube and social media ever. Kirsty Valentine, a hot tea spiller, your favorite tea time spiller, Kirsty Valentine. If you're a big fan of Nollywood, because you got Hollywood, Bollywood, and Nollywood. If you are a big fan of Nollywood, one of our best, much loved, most hard-working actors, SAINT Obi, has passed away. It is with deepest heart I have announced his sudden passing. He was only 57. And it is reported that he passed away in the home of one of his siblings in Jos Plateau State. It came so sudden, nobody knew he was ill. Not just ill, he was gravely ill. No one knew he was gravely ill. And he resided in Lagos with his wife and his 3 kids. And basically, they started Nollywood so many years ago. He came into Nollywood in 1996, and one of his very first, movie he did, it was in 1996. He was brilliant, really, really, really good. One of the first movie he did was in 1996. He did it with a couple of actors, and he was the producer in that movie. And it was a very, very successful movie. It was a classic movie, and that movie was called Sakobi. He featured in a prominent role. The role he played in this movie called Sakobi, and that was in 1996, was in Zeb Ejiro's movie. And after then, he featured in over 100 films. One of my favorite Nollywood movie that he featured in was in the, I think, 2007 or 2008. And that was called Royal Palace. That is, I still watch this movie, The Royal Palace, every single day because I bought the CD and I love that movie. He was a good actor. He later left the screens to work behind the screen. He was a producer, he was a director, he was a scriptwriter, he was an actors caster. He casted actors for the movie roles. He worked behind the scene, but no one knew this much loved actor. He was so well behaved, well mannered, carried himself in such a good poise. His wife was beautiful woman. He had 3 kids, beautiful, gorgeous family. He resided in Lagos, but I think due to the magnitude of his illness, he decided to leave Lagos to move in with one of his siblings, which is his sister, in Jos for better care. And that's where it is reported that he passed out. It's so sad. It is so, so, so sad. I just want to read a little biography of Saint Obi. As actor SAINT OBI, he died at the age of 57 after a protracted illness. Mr. Obi was said to have died early this week after battling an undisclosed illness for several weeks with no successful treatment. The Actors Guild of Nigeria, an official association of all actors in Nigeria, is set to make a statement on Saint Obi's demise. It is reported that Mr. Obi's family have had a little disagreement with the guild, hence the delay to make formal announcement. The great actor came into prominence in his role in Zeb Ejiro's movie SAINT Obi and featured in over 100 movies. Saint Obi was born Obina Nwanfo on November 16, 1965 and hailed from Imo State, Nigeria. He studied theatre arts at the University of Jos. Saint Obi came into the acting scene in 1996 after doing a commercial for Pojo on NTA. He has starred in over 60 movies. In 2001, Saint Obi produced his first movie called Take Me to Mama, where he starred as Jerry alongside Sam, Rachel Oniga, may her soul rest in peace, Nse Abel, and Enebili Elebuwa, may his precious soul also rest in peace. The Nigerian actor was married to his wife Lydia Saint Nwanfo. The couple, who were known to be long-time lovers during their youthful period, tied the knot in December 2006 at Lydia's hometown in Anambra State. May his perfect soul rest in peace. Oh my God, it's not easy to lose a husband at this age, especially with 3 kids, 3 children. Losing a man at 57 is so painful. And with the standard of living, with the economical situation in Nigeria, not just in Nigeria, all over the world, I don't know how this woman is going to cope. I just don't know. You just cannot begin to imagine. Imagine at 57, at the peak in his life, he passed. This is why I keep saying that our Nigerian politicians are not doing well. They are not doing well. At least during the time of army regime, the hospitals were a lot better. Even if you go to private hospitals in Nigeria, you will spend and spend and spend money. And you don't get the quality care. You don't even get the right prognosis. Not to talk of getting the right kind of treatment. I lost a cousin. She was only 53. Due to the complexity, the lack of empathy, lack of response from the medical services that doesn't even exist. Most of these politicians are not doing their job at all. And even when they are ill, they run abroad to get medical care. So they too suffer from the corruption that they are doing. Look at what happened to Ekweremadu. He's sentenced to 10 years. His wife is sentenced to 6 years. The middleman is sentenced to another 6 years. Their daughter had kidney issues due to the corruption in Nigeria that they even participated in. We all know the story. How they tried to smuggle a young man, a poor boy, to take his kidneys, only to discover that it wasn't a match. The guy had to run and go and report himself to the police in Kent. That is how they got to know. So you can imagine how many stories, how many things goes on in that country that nobody knows about. Because when you donate your organ or donate your kidney to somebody, you must have the money to go for aftercare. You must take your medication as well. So the 3 most important things that should be the pillar of a country. Number 1, medical care. Number 2, education. Number 3, security. Those are the three things. If people don't feel secure in a country, they will run out of that country. They become destitute. How would that affect the country? It will affect the country by shortage of manpower, which affects the economy in that country. Education. If you are not providing free education from the ages of 0 to the age of 16, then that country, you're going to be producing in another 20 to 30 years, a country full of muffoons. How does that affect the economy? They cannot provide or do anything towards or to build the economy of that country. How does that affect the people? Poverty. Medical. If mothers and children, the elderly, the young, lactating mothers, pregnant women, elderly and youth cannot get good medical care, how would you have healthy people to contribute to any given country by lack of manpower? How? I see politicians here hopping into the bus. Nigerian politicians, they hop into public buses. They are very humble. You wouldn't even look at them. But when they are in Nigeria, they have 10 motorcades. Feel that they are superior to the common man, not doing the right thing. You give them money. They take this money. They come and deposit it in, and they deposit this money in foreign banks, offshore accounts, in the Caribbean, in Switzerland. Not doing nothing for the country. How can you be the richest man in a graveyard? You have this big mansion. The houses around you are ghettos. The road that leads to your house is impossible to drive in. So do you call that wealth? It's poverty. We don't know what SAINT OBI died of. We're not sure, what he died of, the ailment, but it is allegedly, it is reported that he had cancer. You don't necessarily have to die of cancer. In the Western world, a lot of people have cancer. They get treatment. Before someone dies of cancer, you know that that sort of cancer is like nuclear weapon. I will compare it to that. The research is going on every day. It's so sad that this man lost his life, SAINT OBI. He was one of my favorite actors. You never see him on social media. You never see him, if at all that there is a gathering for actors. You rarely see him there. If you see him there, he's well behaved, he's dressed properly, himself and the wife, they sit down quietly. They carry themselves in such very humble, respectful. They respect themselves. You don't see them all over the place loud. No. I feel so sad that in a country where you have so much millionaires, even in the East, nobody could help this man. A lot of our actors and actresses have died this way. I just don't understand the Actors Medical Guild, where they cannot create or go to a bank and go into partnership with a bank in Nigeria where they have life insurance, medical insurance. I've been saying this for so long. Medical insurance. Go into partnership with a bank. There are hospitals in Nigeria. You are ill, you go there. They take care of you. Pay monies into this Actors Guild insurance in partnership with these banks. So when you are ill, your insurance and the money that you have been paying will cover your medical costs, and you get that treatment. Saint Obi went into Nollywood when Nollywood was Nollywood, not today, where they are all doing fake breast, fake boob. They sleep all over the place to get a role, and they cannot act. I have my old CDs from the 90s, and I still watch them. The other day, I was watching Glamour Girls, featuring Ngozi Ezwenu and Gloria, another actress called Gloria. She's on my Facebook list. I still go back to the 90s, the early 2000s, because when you learn, the actors did the job with passion, not now. May the soul of Saint Obi rest in perfect peace. I feel so sad. Thank you very much for tuning on to your favorite platform today. Your tea time spiller, your hot tea spiller, Kirsty Valentine. Until our next video, I say love and peace.